Welcome to the Psychology of Lazy Investing, a guide built on one simple truth: you can win by doing less. In a world that celebrates speed, noise, and constant action, this book teaches you a gentler path to wealth, a path based on calm choices, simple habits, and trust in time. Lazy investing does not mean careless investing. It means choosing a strategy that works quietly in the background while you live your life with peace. It means understanding that your mind often pushes you to act when your money actually grows best when you stay patient. This book will show you how to avoid emotional traps, how to ignore the noise of daily markets, and how to let compounding work as your silent partner. You will learn the mindset of the calm investor, the one who does not chase trends, who does not fear temporary drops, and who builds wealth slowly but surely. Lazy investing is not about being inactive. It is about being intentional. It frees you from stress, from confusion, and from the pressure to always do more. This introduction is your first step toward a peaceful relationship with money, a life where your wealth grows even when you rest, a future where simple decisions shape powerful results. Let us begin this journey together with a calm mind and a clear heart. Chapter 1: The Power of Doing Less. In life, we are trained to believe that more action brings more success. Work harder, move faster, think quicker. This is the message the world repeats every day. But investing does not follow these rules. In truth, the more you do in the market, the more you often lose. This is the strange and beautiful reality of lazy investing. You can do less and still win. This chapter will help you understand why the slow and steady approach often beats the fast and noisy one. When people first enter the world of money, they feel pressure to act. They open apps every hour. They watch prices rise and fall. They feel excitement, stress, fear, and hope all at the same time. So they buy, then sell, then buy again. Every move feels like progress, but it is not progress at all. It is emotional noise pretending to be action. Lazy investing asks a different question. What if you do not need to constantly fight the market? What if you can let your money breathe and grow while you focus on living? The secret behind doing less is simple. Markets reward patience, not speed. When you allow time to do its work, your investments have space to grow. The real magic happens quietly, in the background. You do not see it every day. You do not feel it every moment, but slowly, steadily, silently. Wealth begins to form like a seed turning into a tree. This is the power of compounding, the natural force that builds growth from growth. You do not push it. You only give it time. Most new investors fail because they overestimate the power of action and underestimate the power of waiting. They want quick wins. They want to feel involved. They want to feel in control. But the market does not reward those feelings. It rewards those who step back and allow the long term to shape their results. Lazy investing does not mean ignoring your money. It means choosing a simple plan, following it calmly, and resisting the urge to constantly change it. It means trusting the path you have chosen even when the world around you tries to distract you with noise. It means believing that wealth does not grow from chaos, but from consistency. The hardest part of doing less is emotional. Your brain will tell you that you must act. Your friends will show you fast profits. Media will shout danger, opportunity, and endless predictions. You will feel tempted to react. But lazy investors understand that reacting to fear or excitement usually leads to poor choices. Silence becomes your strength. Stillness becomes your strategy. Less becomes more. By the end of this chapter, you might feel a little uneasy. Doing less sounds too simple, too calm, too slow for a world that moves so quickly. But give yourself a moment. Think of the biggest trees on earth. They grow slowly, quietly, consistently. They do not rush, yet they stand longer than anything else. Your wealth can grow in the same way. But there is still one problem. Even if doing less is powerful, our human mind does not like it. Our mind pushes us to act, to chase, to worry. Why does the brain want more action when less brings more wealth? What is happening inside us that makes simple investing so hard? To understand this mystery, we must explore the psychology behind our decisions, why we crave control, why we fear standing still, and how this mental behavior can destroy our financial future. In the next chapter, we will uncover the hidden forces inside our mind that push us away from lazy investing. You will discover why your brain often becomes your biggest enemy. And once you understand that truth, you will be ready to master the calm power of doing less. Chapter 2. Why our mind wants more. The biggest challenge in lazy investing is not the market. It is the human mind. Your mind is always looking for action. It wants movement, control, and activity. This is natural. It comes from the way humans survived in the past, when life was dangerous. Doing nothing was risky. Action kept us alive. But in modern investing, this ancient instinct works against us. When you open a market app and see prices changing, your brain wakes up. It feels excitement when prices rise. It feels fear when prices fall. Both feelings push you to act. This is how your mind tries to protect you. But the market does not reward emotional decisions. It rewards calm thinking and long-term patience. Your mind also hates uncertainty. It wants clear answers and quick results. When the market moves slowly, your brain starts whispering that you must do something. Maybe buy that new stock. Maybe sell the one that dropped. Maybe try a faster strategy. This need for control is powerful. But control in the market is an illusion. The more you try to control every moment, the more mistakes you make. Another reason the mind wants more is the hunger for rewards. Small wins make you feel alive. A quick profit gives a rush like a spark of joy. Your brain loves this feeling. It wants to repeat it. So it pushes you to act again and again. This creates an action loop that is exciting but destructive. Lazy investing breaks this loop by choosing peace over thrill. Your mind also compares you with others. You see someone online making fast money. You hear a friend say they doubled their investment in a short time. Even if the story is not true, your brain feels pressure. You feel left behind. This fear of missing out is one of the strongest emotions in investing. It makes you forget your long-term plan. It makes you chase things that are not right for you. Lazy investing protects you from this emotional storm by reminding you that slow and steady wins more than fast and risky. Another truth is that your mind confuses movement with progress. If you are not doing something, you feel guilty. You feel like you are losing opportunities. But markets create wealth through time, not through constant effort. This is why lazy investing feels uncomfortable at first. It does not match the way the mind wants to behave. You must train your thinking to accept that stillness is not failure. Stillness is strength. Once you understand why your mind demands action, you become more aware of your emotional triggers. You begin to notice when fear tries to control you. You recognize when excitement pulls you in the wrong direction. This awareness is the first step toward becoming a calm and confident investor. But knowing your mind is only the beginning. There is another powerful enemy standing in your way. It appears every day in your pocket, on your screen, and through every news app you open. This enemy is designed to provoke emotion, create urgency, and push you into fast decisions. If you do not understand how it works, you will fall into its trap again and again. In the next chapter, you will discover how constant news and non-stop information weaken your patience, shake your confidence, and pull you away from the lazy investing path. You will learn how to protect your mind from noise and stay focused on long-term peace. Chapter 3. The danger of constant news. We live in a world where news never stops. Every second there is a new headline, a new prediction, a new warning. Your phone lights up, your apps buzz, and your mind gets pulled into a storm of fear and excitement. This constant flow of information feels important. But in investing, it becomes a trap that steals your peace and damages your decisions. News is designed to grab attention. Calm stories do not sell. Slow progress does not attract views. So the news focuses on drama, crisis, panic, and big promises. It shows the sharp drop, the sudden rise, the expert who claims danger, and the expert who claims opportunity. Your mind gets confused. You start to question yourself. Should you change your plan? Should you act now? Should you protect yourself? This confusion pushes you toward emotional decisions. Most people do not realize that market news is rarely created to help you. It is created to keep you watching. And the more you watch, the more fearful or greedy you become. Both feelings lead to bad investing choices. Lazy investing teaches you to step back, breathe, and remember that daily news has almost no power over long-term wealth. When you watch news every day, you begin to see patterns that do not exist. A small drop feels like the beginning of disaster. A small rise feels like a missed opportunity. These moments make your mind restless. You open your investments again and again. You doubt your strategy. You react instead of think. You do things you would never do if you were calm. The danger is not the news itself. The danger is the emotional chain it creates inside you. One small headline can make you feel unsafe. Unsafe feelings lead to rushed actions. Rushed actions create regret. Lazy investing protects you by breaking this chain. It reminds you that long-term wealth is built on patience, not on daily reactions. Another danger of constant news is false confidence. Sometimes news makes you believe you know what will happen next. Experts make strong predictions. Charts look convincing. You feel like you see the future. But markets do not move according to headlines. They move according to time, behavior, and large forces that no single person fully understands. Trusting daily news leads to overconfidence, and overconfidence leads to losses. To escape this trap, you must reduce your exposure to noise. Check your investments less often. Choose calm sources of information. Limit your screen time. Give your mind space to think clearly. When your mind becomes quiet, your decisions become strong, but even after you silence the noise. Another challenge remains. A deeper force inside you still works against your investing journey. It is not news, not experts, not market drama. It is time itself. Time requires waiting, patience, and calm trust. But most people struggle to wait. They want results now, not later. In the next chapter, you will discover the science of patience. You will learn why time is the most powerful partner of lazy investors, and you will see how embracing patience can transform your financial life. Chapter 4. The Science of Patience. Patience is the quiet engine behind every great investor. It does not shout. It does not rush. It simply works in the background like a soft force shaping your future. Most people do not realize that patience is not just a personality trait. It is a scientific advantage. It changes the way your brain makes decisions. It changes the way your money grows. And it changes the way your life feels. When you invest with patience, you allow your money to experience the power of compounding. Compounding is the steady process where your gains create more gains. Small profits turn into larger profits. Small steps turn into big results. But compounding only works when you give it time. You cannot rush it. You cannot force it. The more time you give, the more powerful it becomes. The problem is that most people do not like waiting. Waiting feels empty. It feels slow. It feels like nothing is happening. Your brain is not designed for slow rewards. It prefers quick wins and instant results. This is why many investors lose focus. They quit early. They jump from one idea to another. They panic when markets fall. They celebrate too soon when markets rise. Impatience destroys what compounding tries to build. True patience is not passive. It is active trust. It means you understand the nature of long-term growth. You accept that good days and bad days are both part of the journey. You know that small ups and downs do not change your future. You stay calm even when the world around you is loud. There is science behind this calmness. When you are patient, the emotional part of your brain becomes quieter. The rational part becomes stronger. Your decisions become clearer. You stop reacting to every little movement. You start thinking in seasons instead of moments. This shift in thinking is what separates weak investors from strong ones. Patience also protects you from emotional traps. Fear loses power. Greed loses strength. Noise becomes background. You become steady. And steady investors win more often than fast ones. Another truth is that patience reduces stress. When you accept that wealth grows over long periods, you stop worrying about each day. You check your investments less. You sleep better. You feel more in control even though you are doing less. This emotional peace is one of the greatest rewards of lazy investing. But patience does not mean waiting blindly. It means trusting a simple plan. It means setting clear goals. It means giving your strategy enough time to show results. The market will test you. Your emotions will challenge you. News will shake you. But patience will keep you grounded. Think of patience like planting a tree. You cannot dig it up every week to check its roots. You cannot rush its growth. You water it. You protect it. And most importantly, you allow it to grow at its natural pace. Your investments follow the same rhythm. Give them time, and they will reward you. Now that you understand the science of patience. The next question is simple. What strategy works best for a patient investor? What plan allows you to do less while achieving more? What approach beats the experts without needing constant effort? In the next chapter, you will discover a simple method that quietly outperforms most active investors. A strategy so calm and so clear that it perfectly matches the mindset of a lazy investor. Prepare to learn the foundation of effortless wealth. Chapter 5. The simple strategy that beats most experts. When people think of investing, they imagine experts studying charts, running complex models, and making fast decisions. But here is the quiet truth that surprises many beginners. A simple plan, followed with patience, often beats the experts who work day and night. The reason is not luck. The reason is discipline, calmness, and the power of long-term thinking. Most experts try to predict the future. They believe they can guess which stock will rise, which one will fall, and when the market will change direction. But the future is unpredictable. No one truly knows what will happen tomorrow. Even the most skilled professionals get it wrong again and again. This constant guessing leads to stress, mistakes, and unnecessary risk. Lazy investing takes a different path. It chooses a simple strategy that does not depend on predictions. It focuses on owning a broad mix of strong companies, holding them over long periods, and letting time do the heavy lifting. This calm approach is often more successful than complicated plans because it avoids the traps that experts fall into. It avoids overthinking. It avoids panic. It avoids the urge to prove something. The heart of this simple strategy is long-term ownership. When you hold a wide range of companies, you reduce the impact of any single failure. Some companies will rise. Some will fall. Some will grow slowly. But over time, the overall market tends to move upward as businesses innovate, expand, and create value. You benefit from this natural growth without having to chase anything. Another advantage of this simple strategy is lower emotional pressure. When you follow a calm plan, you do not need to check prices every day. You do not need to respond to every headline. You stop treating the market like a source of daily excitement and start treating it like a long-term partner. This emotional stability gives you clarity, and clarity leads to better choices. Simple strategies also avoid unnecessary costs. Experts trade often. They pay fees, taxes, and hidden expenses that slowly eat into their returns. Lazy investors trade less. They save more, and these savings quietly boost their long-term wealth. Sometimes doing less truly gives you more. There is another reason simple strategies win. They keep you consistent. When your plan is easy to understand, you are more likely to follow it even during stressful times. You do not freeze. You do not panic. You do not abandon your path. Consistency is more important than perfection. A simple plan followed well is more powerful than a complex plan followed poorly. This chapter shows you that you do not need expert skills to grow your wealth. You need calmness, patience, and a strategy that matches how humans behave. This is why lazy investing works. It respects your psychology instead of fighting it. But even with a simple plan, success depends on something deeper. Your mindset. The way you think, react, and choose in moments of uncertainty. If your mindset is restless, your plan will not survive. If your mindset is calm, your plan will thrive. In the next chapter, we will explore the lazy investor mindset. You will learn how to think like a steady investor, how to remove emotional pressure, and how to build the inner strength that supports long-term success. This mindset will become the core of your entire financial journey. Chapter 6: The Lazy Investor Mindset. Lazy investing is not only a strategy, it is a way of thinking, a calm approach to money, decisions, and life itself. Before you can master the tools, you must master the mindset. Your mind is the real engine of your financial journey. If it is steady, your path becomes smooth. If it is restless, even the best strategy will fall apart. The lazy investor mindset begins with clarity. You know what you want. You know why you invest. You know that wealth takes time. This clarity gives you direction. It protects you from distractions, emotional noise, and sudden temptations. Without clarity, every new idea looks attractive. Every headline feels urgent. Every dip looks dangerous. But with clarity, you see the long path. Your goals stay in focus like a steady light in the distance. Another part of the mindset is acceptance. You accept that markets rise and fall. You accept that no one can predict every moment. You accept that small drops are normal. Acceptance removes fear. Fear grows when we expect perfection. But when you expect movement, you stay calm even when prices shake. The lazy investor knows that nothing grows in a straight line, and that truth gives peace. The lazy investor mindset also values consistency over excitement. Most people chase thrill, fast profit, and dramatic wins. But thrill clouds judgment. Excitement blurs logic. A lazy investor chooses a stable pace, slow steps, repeated over long years, build far greater wealth than wild jumps driven by emotion. Consistency becomes a quiet superpower. Another key part of the mindset is trust. You trust your plan. You trust the long term. You trust the process even when the world feels uncertain. Trust does not mean ignoring reality. Trust means not allowing fear to control your decisions. It means believing in your strategy because you understand how it works. The lazy investor mindset also respects simplicity. Simple choices lead to clear decisions. Clear decisions lead to disciplined action. You do not need 100 strategies. You need one strong plan that matches your behavior and your goals. Simplicity gives strength. Complexity creates confusion. When you reduce complexity, you remove many traps that catch emotional investors. The lazy investor mindset protects your energy. It avoids unnecessary pressure. It does not waste hours watching screens. It does not drain your mind with endless market noise. This mindset frees your time for the things you love. Your life stays balanced. You earn peace while your wealth grows in the background. But there is one great challenge that even a strong mindset must face. A hidden trap that affects most investors. A trap so subtle that many do not realize they are falling into it until it is too late. This trap is the addiction to action. The desire to do something even when doing nothing is the smarter choice. In the next chapter, we will explore the trap of action addiction. You will see how this silent urge destroys long-term results, and you will learn how to break free from it so your lazy investor mindset can stay strong and steady. Chapter 7: The Trap of Action Addiction. There is a hidden trap in the world of investing. It is the trap of action addiction. Most people do not even know they are trapped until they look back and see how much time, energy, and money they lost by trying to be busy all the time. Action addiction begins with a simple thought: I must do something. Your mind whispers that standing still is dangerous. Your emotions push you to check prices, refresh your screen, or make quick decisions. You feel uncomfortable when you are not doing anything. This discomfort tricks you into believing that more moves will bring more success. But in reality, every unnecessary action cuts a small piece from your future gains. The market is full of noise. Every day you see dramatic headlines, sudden moves, and predictions from people who speak with great confidence but carry no responsibility. This noise fuels your desire to act. You feel fear when prices fall. You feel excitement when they rise. Your mind becomes a roller coaster, jumping from hope to panic. In this storm of emotions, action feels like the only escape. So you buy, sell, and switch without thinking about the long-term consequences. But here is the truth lazy investors understand. Most actions in investing do not help you. They harm you. Chasing trends, timing the market, reacting to headlines, or trading again and again steals your peace and your profit. The more you act, the more you let your feelings choose for you. And feelings are terrible guides in the world of money. Action addiction also creates an illusion of control. You believe that if you trade often, you are managing your future. But the market does not reward motion. It rewards patience and discipline. True control comes not from doing more, but from doing the right things slowly and consistently. Lazy investors break out of this trap by embracing stillness. They understand that silence is a kind of strength. They know that calm minds make wise decisions. They accept that long-term success does not come from reacting, but from staying steady when others run around chasing every wave. Lazy investors sit quietly and let the tide bring them home. You may wonder why it is so hard to avoid action addiction. Because the mind is always searching for excitement. The brain loves fast changes, bright colors, and sudden movements. It rewards action with a feeling of pleasure even when that action is harmful. This is why staying calm feels uncomfortable at first. Your brain must learn a new way to operate. A slower, wiser, more patient way. Once you break free from this trap, investing becomes peaceful. You no longer chase the market. You no longer fear missing out. You no longer panic when the world around you shakes. You move from emotional chaos to quiet confidence. Your money grows while you stay relaxed. But there is something deeper we must explore before you can master lazy investing. Why does the mind fall into fear and excitement so easily? What forces inside us push us into foolish actions again and again? To escape action addiction forever, you must understand the emotional engine behind it. In the next chapter, we will explore the power of automatic investing, a simple method that protects you from your own emotions and prevents action addiction from returning. This method can bring calm, consistency, and freedom to your financial life. Chapter 8. Automatic Investing. Imagine a way of investing that removes stress, removes emotion, and removes the pressure to make constant decisions. A method so simple that it works quietly in the background of your life while you focus on things that truly matter. This method is automatic investing, the secret tool of the lazy investor. Automatic investing is the habit of putting money into your investments on a regular schedule without thinking about it. It could be once a month, once a week, or whatever rhythm feels right for your life. The important part is that it happens on its own. You set it once, and then you let it run. There is no guessing, no checking, no waiting for the perfect moment. You remove your feelings from the process, and this is where the magic begins. When you invest automatically, you protect yourself from emotional mistakes. You do not buy only when the market looks safe. You do not stop investing when prices fall. You stay consistent, and this consistency becomes your greatest strength. Difficult times do not scare you because your system keeps moving forward. Good times do not tempt you into taking foolish risks because your system stays steady. Automatic investing also helps you avoid the dangerous habit of trying to time the market. Most people who try to find the perfect moment to buy or sell end up losing more than they gain. The market moves too quickly. Feelings change too fast. Predictions fail too often. But automatic investing removes all of this noise. It turns chaos into calm. It turns confusion into clarity. Another gift of automatic investing is something many people forget. It builds discipline without effort. Discipline is often the hardest part of growing wealth. We want to do what feels good now, not what is good for us later. But once your money is moving automatically, discipline becomes easy. Your future grows even on days when you feel tired, stressed, or busy. Your plan stays strong even when your mind is weak. Lazy investors love automatic investing because it frees them from fear. They do not ask if today is the right day. They do not worry about temporary ups and downs. They trust the long journey, not the short moment, and in the long journey, automatic investing shines. There is also another silent advantage. Automatic investing teaches you to respect time. Every small amount you invest builds a habit. Every habit becomes a foundation. Every foundation becomes a future. This quiet growth eventually becomes something powerful, something that can change your life, all from a simple system that asks nothing from you except patience. By now you may feel a sense of relief, a sense that investing does not need to be loud, stressful, or complicated. You may even feel excitement at the idea of building wealth without constant effort. But there is one more challenge waiting ahead. A challenge more powerful than action addiction, more disruptive than market noise, more dangerous than lack of knowledge. It is the challenge inside us, the storm of feelings that rises when money moves. Fear, greed, panic, excitement. These emotions can destroy your plan if you do not understand them. To master lazy investing, you must learn to master your inner world. And that journey begins in the next chapter, where we explore why emotion is the real enemy. Chapter 9. Emotion, the real enemy. In investing, the biggest danger is not the market. It is not the economy. It is not the news or the predictions or the experts. The real enemy lives inside us. It is emotion. Emotion can lift you to the sky in one moment and pull you to the ground in the next. And when money is involved, emotions grow even louder. Fear is the strongest of these emotions. Fear tells you to run when the market falls. Fear whispers that your hard-earned savings are disappearing. Fear creates the belief that every dip is the end of everything. But the truth is that markets rise and fall like the tides of the ocean. A fall is not the end. It is part of the natural rhythm. Yet fear blinds us to this truth. Fear pushes people to sell at the worst possible time. Fear makes small losses turn into big regrets. Greed is the other side of this storm. Greed tells you that you are missing out. Greed pushes you to buy when prices are high because everyone else seems to be winning. Greed convinces you that quick money is safe money. But greed is a quiet thief. It makes you take risks you would never take if you were calm. It makes you believe that the good times will last forever. Then, when the market drops, greed transforms into fear, and the cycle repeats. Excitement is another tricky emotion. Excitement makes you feel like you must act now. It makes the market feel like a game. It tricks you into thinking that more action means more progress. But excitement fades. And when it fades, you are left with the consequences of rushed choices. Lazy investing protects you from these emotional storms. It teaches you to step back and breathe. It teaches you that the market does not punish patience. It rewards it. When you slow down, your emotions slow down with you. You begin to see that no moment is as urgent as it feels. You begin to understand that long-term success does not depend on reacting. It depends on staying steady. The key is awareness. When you understand your emotional triggers, the fear loses its power. When you see greed for what it is, you stop chasing quick gains. When you recognize excitement, you resist its pull. Emotion does not disappear, but it stops controlling your actions. Lazy investors build a habit of checking in with themselves before checking the market. They ask simple questions. Am I acting from fear? Am I acting from greed? Am I acting from excitement? If the answer is yes, they pause. That pause becomes their shield. That pause saves them from mistakes others make again and again. Slowly, you begin to feel a shift inside you. Your decisions become calmer. Your mind becomes clearer. Your future begins to look steady instead of stressful. You start to trust the process rather than your emotions. This trust becomes your foundation. But mastering emotion is only one part of your journey. There is still another key to building long-term wealth the lazy way. A key that may surprise you because it is not exciting at all. In fact, it is the opposite of exciting. It is simple, plain, and almost invisible. In the next chapter, you will discover why boring investing is often the most beautiful path to peace and prosperity. Chapter 10: The Beauty of Boring. In a world that celebrates excitement. The idea of boring investing sounds strange. People want drama, speed, and stories that feel powerful. They want to feel clever. They want to feel like they are discovering something special. But the truth is simple. Boring investing is often the strongest, safest, and most successful path to wealth. Boring investing means choosing simple strategies instead of complicated ones. It means sticking to time-tested methods instead of chasing shiny trends. It means avoiding the loud promises of get-rich-quick ideas. It means trusting the quiet strength of patience. Nothing about this feels exciting, and that is exactly why it works. Exciting investments grab attention. They rise quickly, fall quickly, and pull your emotions in every direction. They make you feel alive, but they also make you feel nervous. You begin checking your phone again and again. You begin reacting to every small move. You begin losing peace without even noticing it. Excitement becomes costly, not only in money, but in energy and time. Boring investing, on the other hand, feels calm. You choose simple funds, steady plans, and clear goals. You set your system. You follow it. You let it work quietly in the background. There is no rush. There is no drama. There is only steady growth. You do not see big jumps day after day. But over the years, boring investing builds something powerful and lasting. Many people avoid the boring path because it does not give quick pleasure. It does not make you feel like a hero. It does not make you feel like you are winning every day. But the lazy investor knows that real wealth is not built from excitement. It is built from consistency. Think of it like planting a tree. Exciting investing is like trying to make a tree grow by pulling its branches. You feel active, but you only cause damage. Boring investing is like planting the seed, watering it, and letting time do the work. There is nothing dramatic about it. But in the end, you get a strong tree that lasts a lifetime. Boring investing also makes your mind healthier. When you stop chasing the market, your stress fades. When you stop checking prices every hour, your clarity returns. When you stop trying to predict everything, your confidence grows. Boring becomes beautiful because it frees your life from chaos. Another hidden gift of boring investing is that it protects you from your own emotions. When your strategy is simple, your feelings have less control. Fear cannot push you to make sudden moves. Greed cannot tempt you into risky bets. Excitement cannot steal your focus. The simplicity acts like a shield. You become stronger because your plan is stronger. Over time, boring investing creates a quiet transformation. Your money grows. Your habits become stable. Your future becomes clearer. You start to feel something most investors rarely feel: peace. This peace is the real reward of the lazy investor. A calm mind, a steady plan, and a future shaped by patience. But even with a boring plan, there is one more rule that protects your success. A rule that stops your dreams from resting on only one path. A rule that turns risk into safety and chaos into balance. In the next chapter, we will explore this rule. The quiet strength of spreading your wealth wisely. The art of diversifying and chilling. Chapter 11. Diversify and chill. One of the greatest secrets in investing is also one of the simplest. Do not put all your money in one place. This idea is called diversification. It may sound ordinary, almost too simple. But this simple idea has saved more investors than any complicated strategy ever created. It is the lazy investor's safety net, the calm voice that protects you from disaster. Diversification means spreading your money across different areas so that no single event can harm your entire future. When one part of your investments falls, another part may rise. When one area struggles, another stays strong. This balance keeps your journey steady. You are no longer riding a wild roller coaster. You are walking a stable path. Most people ignore diversification because it feels slow. They want to bet big and win big. They want the thrill of choosing one perfect opportunity. But this desire is dangerous. Betting big can bring fast gains, but it can also bring sudden loss. The lazy investor is wise enough to avoid this trap. They choose peace over drama. They choose protection over excitement. They choose the slow and steady path. Diversification also protects you from emotional decisions. When all your money is in one place, every small move feels like a life-changing event. You panic when prices fall. You feel overconfident when prices rise. You react instead of staying calm. But when your investments are spread out, no single moment controls your feelings. You can breathe easier. You can stay focused on the long term. You can simply chill. There is also another quiet benefit of diversification. It reduces the pressure to be perfect. You do not need to guess which stock or sector or idea will win. You do not need to predict the future. You do not need to time anything. You simply allow the strength of many different areas to support your growth. This freedom is powerful. It lifts a heavy weight from your mind. Diversification fits perfectly with lazy investing because it allows you to set a plan and leave it alone. You do not need to adjust it every week. You do not need to chase the newest trend. You simply check that your investments remain balanced from time to time. This balance becomes your anchor. It keeps you steady even when the world feels uncertain. Over the years, a diversified approach builds quiet confidence. You begin to trust the process more than your emotions. You begin to appreciate the slow rise of wealth rather than the quick rush of risk. Your journey becomes smoother, calmer, healthier. Diversification turns fear into patience and greed into discipline. It shapes you into a thoughtful and steady investor. But diversification alone is not enough. There is another important skill every lazy investor must learn, a skill that is often forgotten in a world filled with pressure and perfection. It is the skill of celebrating small steps, small progress, small wins, small moments of discipline. These small actions create huge results over time. In the next chapter, we explore why celebrating small wins is not childish or unnecessary. It is a powerful tool that keeps you motivated, focused, and emotionally strong throughout your investing life. Chapter 12. Celebrate small wins. In the world of investing, people often wait for something big to happen. They want a huge return, a sudden jump, a dramatic moment that proves they are on the right path. But real wealth does not grow through big dramatic events. It grows through small actions repeated again and again. This is why celebrating small wins matters so much. A small win can be a tiny investment you make today. A small win can be staying calm during a market drop. A small win can be choosing not to react to fear or excitement. These moments look simple, but they shape your entire financial future. When you celebrate small wins, you train your mind to value consistency. You learn that progress does not come from huge steps. It comes from daily habits that seem quiet and ordinary. Lazy investing thrives on this truth. Your future grows not from loud moves, but from steady commitment. Most people ignore their small achievements. They think they are too small to matter. But every habit you repeat builds part of your financial identity. When you invest a little, you are not just moving money. You are shaping the kind of person you become. A patient person. A disciplined person. A calm and confident investor. Small wins protect you from emotional burnout. If you only celebrate big moments, you may wait for years. But if you celebrate small steps, the journey becomes joyful. You begin to appreciate the process, not just the results. This sense of gratitude keeps you steady during hard times. Each small win is a reminder that you are building something important. You may not see the results yet, but something is happening underneath the surface, like a tiny seed starting to push its roots into the earth. You do not see the roots. You do not feel the growth, but it is happening every day. Your money grows in the same way. When you value small wins, you also avoid the trap of thinking you must do something big to feel successful. Big actions in the market often lead to mistakes. People take risky bets. They chase fast money. They move without thinking. Lazy investors know that these choices lead to trouble. Small, steady, and simple choices lead to success. So give yourself credit for every good decision you make. For every moment you choose patience over panic. For every time you stay with your plan instead of chasing something new. These moments strengthen your mindset. They prepare you for bigger challenges ahead. Think of your journey as a long walk. You do not need to run. You only need to take one peaceful step at a time. Each small step brings you closer to freedom. Each step builds confidence and clarity. And here is the most powerful truth. Small wins do not stay small forever. They stack, they multiply. They grow into something large and meaningful. In time. These small steps will shape a life of financial peace. But there is still something else you must understand. Even if you celebrate small wins, your journey will face storms. The market will drop. Fear will rise. Your emotions will try to pull you away from your plan. So the next chapter will reveal the deeper truth that holds lazy investors steady. A truth that reminds you that even when the world falls apart, hope returns. And that truth is simple. The market always finds a way to recover. Chapter 13. The market always recovers. One of the most comforting truths in the world of investing is this. The market always finds a way to rise again. It may fall for a while. It may shake your confidence. It may challenge your patience. But the story of the market is a story of recovery, growth, and renewal. This truth is the beating heart of lazy investing. When people see the market fall, fear enters their mind. They imagine losing everything. They imagine the worst future. They believe the fall will last forever. But fear creates a fog that hides the long history of recovery. The market has seen wars, recessions, political chaos, global crises, and countless shocking events. Yet every time, it has risen to new heights. This pattern is not luck. It is the natural rhythm of human progress. Lazy investors understand this rhythm. They do not panic during storms. They do not run when prices fall. Instead, they stay calm and steady. They know that a fall in the market is not the end of the journey. It is simply a season. Just as cold seasons eventually become warm seasons, financial storms eventually become periods of growth. When you see the market drop, it does not mean you made a mistake by investing. It means you are witnessing one chapter of a much larger story. A story where patience wins, where fear fades, where growth returns stronger than before. Think of the market like a long winding road through mountains. Some parts go down, some parts go up. If you judge your journey during a downward slope, you may feel discouraged. But if you keep walking, you eventually rise to beautiful views you could not see before. Lazy investing is simply staying on the road long enough to reach those views. The real danger is not the fall of the market. The real danger is the fall of your courage. When fear drives people to sell during a drop, they lock in losses that could have been temporary. When they jump back in later, they often miss the strongest part of the recovery. This behavior hurts their long-term wealth. Lazy investors avoid this trap because they trust the long horizon. They know recovery does not need force. It only needs time. Every recovery in market history has been fueled by the same quiet force: human progress. People keep building. People keep inventing. People keep working. People keep dreaming of better futures. This human spirit is stronger than any temporary fall. And because of this spirit, markets rise again and again. When you believe in recovery, you gain peace. You no longer panic during drops. You no longer question your plan every week. You accept that falling and rising are both natural parts of the journey. This calm acceptance is what makes lazy investing powerful. You allow time to work its magic without interruption. But to fully enjoy the peace of recovery, you need more than patience. You need a deep understanding of what wealth really means. You need to look beyond the numbers and understand the emotional value of true financial security. Because wealth is more than money. It is peace of mind. It is freedom. It is the ability to live without fear of the future. In the next chapter, we will explore this deeper meaning of wealth. You will learn why peace matters more than profit, and how lazy investing gives you a calm and stable life that money alone cannot buy. Chapter 14. Wealth and Peace of Mind. Many people think that wealth is only about money. They imagine a large bank account, fancy houses, or luxury possessions. But true wealth is more than numbers on a screen. It is peace of mind, freedom to live your life on your own terms, and the ability to make choices without fear. Lazy investing teaches us that these forms of wealth are just as important as financial growth. When your money works for you quietly in the background, you gain something priceless. You gain time. You gain calm. You gain the ability to focus on what really matters in life. This is the secret reward of doing less. The market grows your money, while your mind grows your happiness. Stress is the hidden tax on many investors, constantly checking the market, worrying about drops, chasing trends, and reacting to news drains energy. People may have more money than before, but they feel poorer because their peace is gone. Lazy investing removes this tax by staying consistent, by trusting time, and by avoiding unnecessary action. You protect both your money and your mind. True investors know that money is a tool. It is not a goal in itself. Money can buy comfort, security, and opportunity. But it cannot buy patience. It cannot buy discipline. And it cannot buy the calm mind that sees opportunities clearly and makes better decisions. Lazy investing creates these qualities naturally. When you invest with a calm mindset, you stop reacting to fear. You stop chasing greed. You stop worrying about things you cannot control. This freedom is the essence of wealth. It is the feeling that your life is under your direction and that your choices are based on clarity, not panic. Wealth and peace of mind go hand in hand. The more you trust your plan, the calmer you become. The calmer you are, the better decisions you make. Better decisions create more wealth over time. This cycle grows silently. It is quiet, but powerful. Many people rush for big gains. They miss the simple truths. They miss that slow and steady growth leads to a secure and joyful life. Lazy investors see beyond the numbers. They see life itself as part of the investment journey. Every calm choice is a deposit into their peace. Every small win builds confidence. Every patient action strengthens their freedom. Living with peace of mind does not mean ignoring the market. It means understanding its rhythms, accepting its ups and downs, and staying consistent. It means preparing for storms without panic. It means trusting that the long term will reward patience and discipline. In this way, wealth becomes a source of comfort, not worry. It becomes a tool to live fully, not a burden that drains your energy. Lazy investing gives you this gift naturally. Your money grows quietly, your life grows calmly, and your mind becomes free to enjoy both. But even with peace of mind, there is one final lesson: the lesson of consistency, the lesson of perseverance, and the lesson of staying the course. Because even the calmest investors face challenges. In the next chapter, we will explore how to remain steady, loyal to your plan, and victorious in the long run. Chapter 15. Stay the course. Investing is a journey. not a race. It is not about quick wins, dramatic moments, or beating others. It is about remaining steady, consistent, and focused over time. The hardest part of lazy investing is not choosing the plan. It is sticking to it when the world tries to distract you. Markets will always have ups and downs. There will be periods of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Some days you will see your investments fall. Other days you may feel the urge to chase sudden gains. Your emotions will want to push you into action. But lazy investors know that staying the course is the most powerful choice. Staying the course means trusting your plan even when it seems slow. It means not reacting to headlines, not chasing trends, and not panicking during drops. It means understanding that wealth grows over time, quietly, steadily, and often unnoticed. Every decision to remain calm, every choice to follow your strategy, strengthens your future. Many people fail because they cannot resist action. They jump from one investment to another. They sell during downturns, buy during hype. They try to time the market. This constant activity creates stress, emotional mistakes, and lost opportunities. Lazy investors avoid this trap by keeping faith in the plan they created. Discipline is the key to staying the course. Discipline allows you to ignore the noise. Discipline allows you to act based on logic, not fear. It is the quiet strength that carries you through storms. Discipline builds confidence. Confidence builds patience. And patience grows wealth. Another part of staying the course is focusing on what you can control. You cannot control the market. You cannot predict every drop or rise. But you can control your actions, your choices, and your mindset. By focusing on these things, you remain calm, consistent, and strong. Time is your greatest ally. Even small investments grow into significant wealth when left alone. Every contribution, every decision to hold, every small win builds upon the last. Compounding works silently, creating results you may not notice every day. The longer you stay the course, the greater the benefits become. Staying the course also teaches patience in life. You begin to see that instant gratification is rarely the best path. You appreciate slow growth, steady progress, and calm thinking. These habits extend beyond investing, shaping your entire approach to life. Even when the market is turbulent, remind yourself of your past successes. Remember that patience has worked before. Remember that every drop has been followed by recovery. Your plan is designed for the long term, not for momentary excitement. Trust in it, rely on it, and let time do its work. In the end, those who stay the course win quietly but powerfully. They do not need luck. They do not need timing. They do not need drama. They win through discipline, patience, and calm. The market rewards those who remain loyal to their strategy. The rewards may not be immediate, but they are lasting. In the next and final part of this journey, the epilogue, we will reflect on the wisdom of lazy investing. We will see how doing less, staying calm, and trusting time creates not only wealth, but a life of freedom and peace. The lesson is simple, yet profound. The lazy investor wins, quietly, steadily, and always.